Welcome back, guys. Yesterday's part I couldn't upload for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna probably try to fix that issue, but to always get back into it from where I left off. Kind of sucks. I can't upload that part.
I really haven't been having a great day.
So
Who made
Oh,
these
nothing. I
things?
just tried to replug my damn fucking storage device
It's
into
not
the
Maya
back of
or
my
Inca.
console.
mm,
Then I had to smash my elbow on the door. The bad
It's
one.
high, but I could dive.
bro.
Anyway, um, I also, um, anyway, yeah, it fell out when I was trying to plug it in.
Oh,
Thank God I formatted it to a different format, because if that had actually been uh, serving its actual purpose, that could have potentially destroyed it.
yeah,
Because I would have unplugged it without formatting it, or not formatting it, but ejecting it.
yeah. Yeah, I know I know I can fuck it up, and it would suck. That would suck really bad.
And then well, I had a controller plugged in while I was sleeping last night, and I had it plugged in where it would charge even though the console is off.
Mhm.
And I wake up this morning, I turn it on, and I'm not kidding, dude. 30 minutes in, it's already on one bar. So today I just put another controller in an early grave.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, of course. I'll let you venture a guess as to which one it was.
It's not the good. It's not it's not a newer controller that you got, right?
Yep.
Well, that's fucking great.
And it's not like I used it a lot. That's just the way the battery was. It was so shit that you might as well never unplug it. So,
It's just mess.
and then that destroys the battery.
It's just. I don't understand.
I'll tell you what the problem is. They're using batteries that are woefully inadequate for what they're stuffing into it or stuffing it into.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, bro, I left it charging with it off all night, unplugged it this morning, and it was already dead within like 30 minutes. How long does your controller last fully charged?
Uh, an estimate.
Yeah, hopefully more than 30 minutes.
I don't know. Mine go for like 3 hours, 3 4 hours before it dies completely.
So yeah, compare 3 hours to 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro.
Oh, and do you charge yours with it off or on?
Uh, with it on, I don't use it while it's charging most of the time though.
Yeah. Well, I can safely say, testing the original controller, it actually does work significantly better uh, when you charge it with it off completely.
Oh,
The only trouble is when you do that, um, or actually, wrong thing I was gonna say. I got my stuff mixed up. I was gonna say, I actually notice it's better because I can play straight, like no breaks or anything, for like possibly 6 hours, if not more, and
Yeah.
it'll still have a full bar. The other one I can charge it the exact same way, and it's on one bar at 30 minutes. So yeah, I put it in an early grave.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that my controller doesn't die like crazy fast.
Oh, and I don't know if you remember, referring to the audience, because I don't know if it occurred on video. Day one, I got that. I had it plugged in and was using it, and it had the question mark and the battery symbol, which is an indication that your battery's damaged.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
How do you get a controller with a damaged battery?
You're not supposed to. That's the problem.
And you pay $200 fucking dollars for it.
Definitely not supposed to happen.
$200.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's not supposed to happen. This is a tomb we're going to.
I know that a bunch of people are probably gonna be are gonna like disagree with me on this, but because
Hold on. Go ahead, I'm listening.
whenever mention these two words, people instantly think of like watches or clocks. But for analog sticks, it means something entirely different. I think whenever they switched to digital analog sticks from analog, it fucked everything.
Hold on. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that last part you said. Just give me a second. Talking to Chris. You out? Is that a problem? Hmm? Is that a problem? Do you go out?
Now my fucking arm hurts.
Anyway, what did you say about about analog sticks? Last
I
part
said
was.
whenever they switched to digital, I think it fucked everything. Um, because analog sticks, kind of like clocks, there was a digital and an analog version, and when it was analog, stick drift wasn't even a thing. It never happened because of the way they were made.
Yeah, I hate. Stick drift is a problem that doesn't need to be an issue.
That, and why the fuck does this controller need a speaker, a microphone, a light bar, and a fucking touchpad that nobody uses?
I like the light bar, but you know how often I use the touchpad?
Never.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Nope, the only time it's ever used is in a game where it's like to open the map or something now. And you know how easy that is to fix? Switch the buttons back to what they were. start and select being the create button. You want to keep the create button, find a different spot on the controller. How about put the create button on the top of the controller, like right next to L1 or R1,
Yeah.
like a little circular button you can press.
Dude, you're saying to get away from me. I'm stabbing you in the fucking head. How are you not dying? That's what I don't get. Thank God I did my swimming fucking skills before I did this part.
Oh, and for anybody who is having the same problem I am, all those videos where it's uh, like turn off your controller's stuff and it'll make the battery last longer. It doesn't. If you turn the light bar settings all the way down to dim, turn off the trigger effect, the vibration, reduce the speaker to 0 and all that, it doesn't do a fucking thing. Odds are the people making those videos never played a video game in a day in their life.
I don't. What am I turning off that's supposed to help? And when I'm dimming the light bar, my light bar is on dim. Does it help? No.
No, according to them, you're supposed to turn off everything. Dim the light bar, reduce the speaker's volume to 0, turn off all the vibration functions, the trigger effect. It doesn't do a fucking thing. Even if you did all of that, it doesn't change anything.
I don't think it would. I honestly wouldn't think it would.
No.
I'm hoping this is somewhere else. I'm looking for I'm looking for a tomb, but I don't know if I can get to. I don't know if this is a tomb or not. Just kind of exploring.
There must have been an incredible battle here.
But yeah, I got another Cairo fucking Proctor appointment tomorrow. Probably early, probably like around 12.
Yeah.
Looks as though this was built to keep people in and not out.
1:42. Listening to the Distractable podcast. It's odd that because I'm playing a game that takes place in like I think 18 something, and I'm listening to a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, look at that.
Galleon. How did it get inside this cavern?
Big ass ship.
What is it?
Big ass ship, bro.
Oh,
Insane. I just have to explore this. Do I have to explore this ship? Please say yes. Yes, I do. I have to explore this ship. Awesome. I had to figure out how to get on there. I get to climb on the ship, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotta set my alarm, my clock out on.
Yeah, I definitely wished I would have, actually, no. I mean, yeah, having to remap my buttons back to what they were before and not having the privilege of like MX, for example, being able to shift without having to let off of, leaning.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks, but no, I don't feel bad for destroying that fucking thing. I feel stupid for the fact I bought it.
I hear that. It's just stupid how you buy his controller for a reason and it's shit.
Yeah. Not to mention it's that much money.
That's what I'm saying. Who let you in, dude?
And then they expect you to pay that same price for their equally as shitty earbuds. Like, hey, you want to use a wireless headset or earbuds?
Not
Oh, I mean,
really.
yeah, like there's an unlimited amount of wireless earbud brands, but hey, you try and connect those, we're gonna kick you in the nuts and say, nah, we don't allow those to be compatible. Your only option is to go through us.
Yeah, but at least they get at least the option to use the wired ones available.
Yeah, but I will say it would be fucking awesome to be able to just connect my damn Skull Candy earbuds to my PS5 and use them because I wouldn't have wasted another $20 on those earbuds I got where they were supposed to have that ambient mode function and then ended up not having it.
The Falconet's in position.
I honestly have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. I
Yeah.
have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
And just FYI for any people out there that might actually think they stand a chance at starting a business, you want to know one way not to go about it? Dishonesty. Or you're going to end up with your customer base like me, where, well, in other words, you'll create cheap, like cheapskates, or skeptical people where you'll end up never selling another product because they can't trust you.
Why can't I just shoot that fucking rope? Makes no sense. I don't know.
'Cause I mean, I'm
It's
at that
so,
point, bro, where it's like, whenever all the shit I have right now stops working, I'm not taking the risk of buying anything new. I almost don't even want to upgrade to the Slim. It's like once this PS5 is dead, I will never buy another console again. Or headset, or anything else.
yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. No, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade. I don't think I'm gonna upgrade to anything different. Just in case this is the best I'm gonna do.
No, at this point, it's just getting to where it's a waste of money. Seriously, bro, if you think about it, it is a waste of money. You fork over all this fucking money for a console, all these games you buy, the DLC, And then next console comes out, what, 4 or 5 years later? They stop making the one you spent all that money on with no intention of allowing you to carry the games over. So all that money you spent basically is just tossed into a hole.
Basically, it feels like.
It is. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and say it.
Yeah, I knew that.
You're an idiot.
Knew that.
Anybody who does this and doesn't know it, or better yet, you do know it and still do it, you're an idiot. Which means I'm calling myself an idiot.
Knew I was missing something.
And I don't want to have to call myself an idiot. It doesn't have to be this way.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one should call herself an idiot.
Well, it's for that reason. That anybody that's playing video games today and does that, and whether you realize the truth or not, actually no, if you know the truth and you're still paying for all this shit, yeah, you're an idiot. Just like I am.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Because who in their right mind would do that with their money, knowing the truth?
I wouldn't. Oh my, why won't
No.
she double jump, bro? What the fuck is you? It's pissing me off. She won't do the wall push thing. It's making me angry.
Oh, and for anybody I might have offended with that, compartmentalize what I'm saying. I'm not calling you an idiot to call you an idiot. I don't want to have to call you an idiot. I'm calling you and myself an idiot because, well, we don't have any other options. Because I'll admit, video games are fun. But whenever you're putting out that amount of money willingly, and you don't give a shit,
Damn, it won't
then
budge.
wouldn't that make you an idiot?
Let's just be clear, we're not calling anybody idiot, so. No.
No, I mean, like, I am flat out calling myself and anyone else an idiot, but the thing is, I shouldn't have to. In other words, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm saying what Sony doesn't say out loud. I'm saying the quiet part out loud. Because you know damn well, like, the Sony execs, whenever they come out with these new bullshit, you know, accessories and pro controllers, like, man, these idiots will buy up anything.
Yeah, thankfully I don't buy any. I don't buy any of this stupid shit though.
I'll admit that controller would be great. It would be if its fucking battery didn't dry out in 5 minutes.
There's that keyword I was looking for, would be.
Yeah. Then their $200 earbuds. I'm not even gonna give you the name of what they're called, but they're $200, and every review is poor audio quality, poor mic quality,
There's a
and they're
way to move fast.
$200. I mean, I literally read every review, bro. All like what? Like a couple thousand of them.
There's a
from
witch in
start
the
to
full mask.
finish, and almost every one of them was negative, mentioning the same problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, $200 because we think the price is... Nah. Fuck you, Sony. And here's the real
There's a
kick in the
witch on the
teeth,
full
bro.
mast.
That controller, it's supposed to be like this pro controller. It's basically like uh, trying to appeal to all the people that buy like those third-party aftermarket controllers. Well, if you know anything about third-party aftermarket controllers, they usually come with a function that one didn't have. The turbo function. You press a button, usually like on the top of the controller or somewhere in the middle, and then you press any button, like square for example, and then once you do that, instead of like, say for example, bro, a QTE comes up where you have to like mash square. I'm sure you know, Resident Evil's notorious for it.
And one of the first games to implement QTEs.
Yeah. Well, say the QTE is square where you have to mash it. Well, with the turbo function, you just sit there and hold it casually,
There's a falconet hanging from
and
the vineyard.
you don't have to mash it anymore. For example, bro, that one part where you're, I think you're chased by like a boulder or something in 4,
Yeah.
and you gotta run from it.
Yeah, it's the original. I mean, if no one's played the original, then they won't know about that. But the original, yeah.
Yeah, that part. Say like the button that it prompts on the screen is square. Well, as long as you got the turbo active, yeah, you could just press it and hold it. That'd be it. And you would never die. The only time you would actually die is if you miss the other QTE where you have to jump.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only. I mean, that's really the only way. I'm kind of confused on what I'm supposed to be doing.
So, I mean, at that point, is it really a third party, like actual controller made by the people that made the console? No. No, because it's missing that one function that literally anybody even buys a third-party controller for. It's got everything else but that one feature we all buy them for. Oh, and speaking of meta, bro, um, Metal Gear Solid, the first one, they actually brought that up in the game. I'm not sure if you remember, but that part where you're being tortured and I think you're electrocuted and you have to like mash a button to prevent your health from dropping.
Yeah.
Apparently, bro, if you actually owned a third-party controller with like the auto turbo function, it would instantly kill you. Because I forgot his name. It's because if you played up to MGS 4, you actually find out that the guy who's the big villain actually isn't Liquid Snake. What the hell was his name? Oh, I know. I remember now. It was Ocelot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played. I believe I played. I believe I played 4.
Yeah, Ocelot. That's the guy who was torturing you in the first one. But anyway, they already knew about those controllers, and yeah, if you had one and you were using the turbo function to bypass the having to mash a button to keep your health from dropping, he literally says it in the cutscene, like the dialogue explaining how how this is gonna work, and he says if you try using a auto fire controller, don't bother because I'll know. That game was insane, bro, for like a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
And the
I
funny
know.
thing is, bro, all these younger kids that are like, oh, those old games suck because bad graphics. Do you have any idea what you're missing out on? Seriously, like anybody who's younger than we are, like
I
maybe in
so.
your teens, or hell, maybe even 10,
Yeah.
try to come up with a way to play the original Metal Gear Solid. I forgot his name. I think it's like, what is it, like Psycho Mantis or something? He actually had a pretty insane thing where his first part where he's like, set your controller down on the floor and I'll make it vibrate. Do you do you grasp on my telepathic power now? He's like, oh, not convinced, are you? And he'll actually start reading off files from other games on your memory card.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine playing a game and you get a cutscene like that, and then the guy, the boss is like, I see you have 10,000 hours in Resident Evil 4. My God, you must have no life.
Give me a. Yeah, I don't know. My mom was something to make me or something to eat. So give me a minute.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you won't find stuff like that. Not anymore. Shit.
I'll have to be going right back into the kitchen.
Huh?
So I'll have to be going right back into the kitchen here in a second. So.
But yeah, bro, I said, yeah, you won't find games like that anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
the dude literally just straight up read uh files off your memory card. Said the name of the game, the amount of hours you've played, and when you last saved. Oh, and you'd never win the boss fight. He would kill you every single time until you figured out, wait, this guy's actually reading my inputs. Okay, well, what if I put my controller into the second port? And then that cutscene plays a little differently. I can't read your mind. What the hell's happening?
Awesome.
Huh?
Oh, my bad. I looked up. This is a puzzle part, and I'm stuck. So I went to help me. I'm stuck, It was wild. I found a video for it. Don't want me talking about outside in channel trying to get through it. I don't want to be
But yeah,
sitting there, for 30 fucking minutes trying to get through this shit. And people aren't people. I mean, people can fast forward, but still.
yeah. I mean, like, dude, like, I mean, we are living in that world. But imagine living in a world where that game exists and people will say it sucks and will never play it just because they think the graphics are bad.
We grew up in that age where shitty graphics weren't really an issue for us. We didn't mind.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah, I like okay with the graphics, but I still like the classics.
I mean, bro, it shouldn't even be considered a classic
Well,
by just that standard.
MSG one and two are considered classics.
Well, I'm sure. I think what like that word we're taking away from it in two different ways. Whenever like I hear people that say classics exit their lips, they're saying it in like a condescending way. We're like, that game's old and outdated.
No, I'm
But
not. Me and you aren't taking that from the word classic. I'm talking about classic as in a classic game. I still I'd play that today. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, even the people that know the games that won't play it for that reason have to admit like they can't, you know, they can't pick up any problems with the game other than those two problems. And they're not even problems. They're literally not problems.
they never were.
No. Hell, you know what, bro? You know what I think the real problem is? Why they won't play those old games? Because they don't belong here. Referring to the person who won't play it.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to have a console, an internet connection, a controller, or any of the games you own. In other words, you're basically a game journalist.
Yeah.
You play with all the accessibility options on, you play with the story difficulty setting, and you turn on all the like
Oh
mental
wow.
accessibility options
Oh wow.
where the game basically plays itself.
Chris,
Huh.
I feel stupid.
But you tell me, bro, do you think somebody who's like even 16 years old who plays Fortnite would ever be able to figure out Metal Gear Solid 1, beat it without some kind of guide?
Oh.
How far do you think they'd make it before they'd have to pull their phone out and look up a guide?
Oh man, I'm not. I guarantee near the beginning of the game.
Dude, I don't think they'd even make it to the elevator. In the
Oh,
very like first 3 minutes of gameplay before they'd have to open a guide.
Shit. The boom swung out too far to reach.
I mean,
So that's what I think. It's not the game has bad graphics. It's that you know the game is notoriously difficult compared to what you're comfortable to, and you're just a bitch. That's why you won't play it.
God.
Yeah, you're just a bitch. I can accept it. Why can't you? And you know what? Insulting games that are better than anything you'll ever have. If I felt threatened by somebody better than me, I'd do the same thing.
I assume we keep going up.
I don't know, bro, but those two insults I just threw out, I think those went pretty hard.
Pretty good.
What do
Oh,
you think?
hold on a second. They're pretty good though.
Yeah.
Watching this
In
damn.
terms of it, to me, in terms of it like feeling personal, like you've got a vendetta. Yeah, I think you can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was trying to do. I'm literally in your video, bro, trying to rile people up.
Uh,
Just so, not to just piss people off for the sake of pissing people off, but to piss you off where you'll go, you know what? Screw this guy. I'm gonna go get the game and play it right now and prove this idiot wrong. Go ahead, prove me right. You won't make it past the intro cutscene before you need to look up a guide on where to go.
I'm listening. I'm just watching this cutscene. Obviously,
Oh
let's play this
yeah, I mean,
thing.
I mean, yeah. What I'm saying is mostly towards the audience, but I was gonna say, you know, dropping character for like a couple of seconds here. We can go back and forth all day about modern games and older games, which one's better, but no. These like, the Metal Gear Solid's a perfect example. They are objectively better. And whenever you hear some like old boomer, as you'd put it, saying, "Man, I wish games were made like they were back in the early 2000s." Like, we're not saying that. In other words, we want you to have what we grew up with. That's the thing. We know things could be better, and we want you to be able to have that same experience. That doesn't have to be history at all. It doesn't have to be a past memory. It could still be the present. It's just the problem is people like
Time to
you
abandon ship.
settle for garbage and don't know it.
Well, I'm happy with what I just got.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, I didn't say you're wrong.
And I mean, I can't blame people for like arguing, against it because like you have no prior experience. All you've ever known is Fortnite or other terrible modern day games. You have nothing else to like compare to, so of course you'd say that. Of course you just call me some like grumpy grandpa and go, well, if you care that much, just go play the original thing. No, I want you to do that. I want you to have the option to do that. That's why I'm saying that these modern games suck. But then you throw it back at me and say, "Oh, those old games suck because they had like 24-bit graphics."
So,
That's not even the takeaway.
yeah, so.
Like, dude, that's not even a point. What like that statement shouldn't even be uttered. Going probably the worst game series ever conceived, at least for its story. Well, actually, bro, if anything got you canceled, it would be this. But it would be that kind of cancel where it's like you just let it pass and nothing will come from it. But yeah, so don't panic, bro. You'd only be getting heat from one particular group of people, and they couldn't do anything about it. You just get a bunch of hate comments, and that'd be it. But Kingdom Hearts 2, whenever here's how that bad graphics thing should work. The moment you try to say that, your lips move, but no sound exits your mouth. It's a phrase that was stolen. It never existed.
No.
Whenever you're talking about old games and that's somebody's
I
counter
think
argument,
she ate it. Cat.
yeah, no word should leave your mouth.
Yeah, I hear
Because that's how relevant that statement is. Does not compute. But that's all I've ever wanted. For people to have access to those games and be able to play them now. Not
you.
just me. Yeah, I'd like to be able to go back to the old games I grew up with and play them whenever I want. But I'd also like people that weren't around back then to be able to play them too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that stick drift thing, bro, when I was talking about analog and digital. I think what introduced it is they changed the way the analog sticks work, where it's like magnetized now instead of it all being like one actual circuit board. And the little stick, the metal stick under the actual plastic part, is wired and directly connected to the circuit board.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you ever played a PS2, you'd notice that stick drift didn't exist back then. That only became a thing with the PS3. But yeah, bro, I wouldn't worry about that. I highly doubt you'd get flack for what I said about Kingdom Hearts, but maybe retroactively. But yeah, I would hardly call it getting canceled. And then on top of that, you'd probably have an equal amount of people saying, yeah, that guy's opinion's justified. Because the guy who wrote that story, um, yeah, he's literally the Antichrist of storytelling. Even his character designs are a cliche.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched TV in GTA 5, bro.
Not like, oh, it's a little bit like they keep the game running, but not really watch.
You remember that Princess Robot Bubblegum show? It was like an anime thing. Well, anyway, well, whether you do or not, I'm gonna go ahead and explain it. But they're at a convention and some fat dude, he's talking about like cliches in anime, and one of them, I have no doubt if Nomura heard it, he probably did like a punch to the stomach sound. Like, was that a dig at me? Yeah, it probably was. But the guy goes, it's such a cliche, clothes made from belts, an emo character.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah, the guy didn't even character design well. So yeah, nobody let this guy in the writer's room. unless you want an apocalyptic level game
What the fuck?
that nobody actually plays for the story but pretends to understand it.
Yeah.
I'd say the guy they ought to let cook in the writer's room is the guy who wrote the Nier series.
It's just a noise.
I highly doubt he's the only one that did it, but even his method, bro, for writing stories, one of the only guys that does not start making the game until he's written out the story from start to finish.
Yeah.
Tell me if you've ever heard of this method, bro. He writes his stories not not start to finish, but finish to start. He writes the plot backwards.
That's not how you write, but okay.
No, like, whenever he makes the game and puts the story in, it does go from start to finish. But whenever he's writing out the plot on paper, he starts out backwards. So it's like, okay, here's how my game is going to end. Now I just work my way backwards. But all I can say is whether you're into RPGs or not, if anything, just get on a YouTube video and look up like the lore of the Nier series, spelled Nier. And it'll probably blow your fucking mind at just how deep it is. I think I told you about the series before, didn't I, bro?
Oh no, no, no.
And I think I actually almost had you sold on buying Replicant at one point. Because I think I told you a bit of the plot for the Replicant series at first. Where, like, I think I explained a little bit where it's like, it starts out in the year 2054. And it's, like an apocalypse, everybody's dead, but one young kid brother and his little
These must be
sister.
Trinity soldiers who went
And
missing.
then huge jump cut like 1,000 years later, and then you're playing as like the same guy, but technically not. You're walking around as like a basically like a an empty shell, and you reach the end of the game and you realize that all of those enemies you've been fighting are actually human souls. And you and everybody you've met throughout the entire game, you're just an empty vessel with sentience waiting for your human soul counterpart to enter its body. So that's the lore of Replicant. I mean, it's definitely a shallow and very cut and dry on what it is, but yeah, an apocalyptic event happened. Humans started searching for a way to keep it from happening, and then they came up with a method to pull human souls from their body and like kind of like upload them to a computer,
Yeah.
so that when they came up with the duplicate bodies and this event had passed, they could just put the soul back into the corresponding duplicate body. Human race continues, but then you come along and end up killing the main source that was holding all these human souls together and thus dooming the human race to extinction.
Mm.
Because your sister was stolen from you. And by sister, again, the main character, you, and everybody else you've met, is literally just an empty vessel with sentience. You're basically walking around as a crash dummy.
I hear you.
And then the craziest part, bro, like the final exchange in that boss fight, you, the main character, apparently you find out the truth, and you're saying to the dude that's like the human version of you, so I learned your backstory, and what? You expect me to sympathize with you? Like, do you have any idea what you're doing? But yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. Yeah, maybe they should put that guy in charge of the Final Fantasy series and drop that other fucking antichrist of story writing that looks like a middle-aged man in an intimate relationship with a hot topic. Not to mention he has no original idea in his head, bro. You see me play enough of Final Fantasy 15 to know exactly what Noctis looks like, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the early version of that character? When the game was actually titled Versus 13?
Probably not.
How much do you know about, how much do you know of Naruto? You do know the character Sasuke, right?
Yeah, I know a lot about it, but I know a little bit.
Well, the older version of Sasuke Uchiha,
Time to move.
I actually looked it up because I was curious and like, did Naruto copy Versus 13 with the Noctis Sasuke character? Like, I found out the answer. Naruto Shippuden came out before Versus 13. So
I mean, I
actually,
don't know, because I barely know anything about the show. I only know some names.
I've never watched it, but I've watched enough videos to know pretty much the entire synopsis of the plot. But anyway, so yeah, the guy who wrote Versus 13 basically just pulled Sasuke's design from Shippuden, and then like, oh, I'll make that my own character, but give him a different name, Noctis.
Something's blocking this.
Even down to the red eyes, bro. All I can say, bro, is on your own free time, watch the Versus 13 trailer. And then, I don't know, I'll send you a picture of Sasuke from that period. And tell me they don't look practically alike. Actually, you know what?
Alright,
Fuck it.
hold on.
I'll send you a picture of Noctis from Versus 13.
Alright.
And then one of Sasuke, and you can look at them.
Alright. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.